journey. So those who know me, I was a foreign student in South Africa. I'm That on its own was a bit difficult when it came to finances. My parents were paying for my tuition fee, they were paying for my accommodation, and as a foreign student as well, you don't pay like the way South African citizens pay. Your tuition fee is a bit above everyone else, and you are not even granted a bursary or financial support. If there are any bursaries for international students or foreign students, then they are very, very, very difficult to find. And if you ever had one, you're very lucky. So that on its own was a very big obstacle. I constantly used to stress. My parents are paying for my tuition fee. I have to make it in physiotherapy. I have to get this degree on record time. Well, it was a blessing in disguise because that pushed me to study very hard. You know, I have to pass. I cannot fail a module. I have to pass because at SMU, which is Sefako Mahato Health Sciences University, let's say you fail a first year module, so you couldn't like go to second year and carry that module with you. You had to stay behind with that module. So imagine if I had to fail, that means my parents had to pay for that module again the following year, and that is a plus on accommodation, and accommodation was really, really expensive. So it pushed me in physiotherapy that I have to pass, I have to get this degree in record time. I cannot repeat a year, and I finished on record time, so it was a blessing in disguise. That was one of the things I experienced in physiotherapy. And then what else in my journey? I wasn't really mentally stable in my third and fourth year of study. I had a few obstacles I went through, which outside my mental health. I was a bit of out of it, let me say, if I may say. But you should not stigmatize people with mental illnesses, and you should not judge people with mental illness. Oh my god, I'm preaching about mental illness. Let me put that aside. Because you know, people used to look at me and say, you don't look like you have anxiety, you don't look like you are depressed. I mean, you don't just look at someone and think, oh, okay, this person is depressed, you know. So that stigma, you need to stop it. Back to my story. I struggled a lot in my third and fourth year of study because I was going through a lot. At some point I thought of dropping out. I was like, you know what, I need to deregister. I cannot take it anymore. It was just weighing me. It was like a weight that was on my shoulders. Like, it was too much, you know. Like, this is too much. I'm carrying so much burden on my shoulders. I remember my fourth year of study, I had to push so hard. I pushed so hard. Third year was still a bit better. I could handle it, you know. I could get a hold of myself. But then in my fourth year of study, it became so intense. I used to have a group. If they're watching this video, shout out to you guys. My research group, the people I did my research project with, you know, fourth year of study, they know that I sometimes I wouldn't show up to our meetings. Not even sometimes, half of the times I wouldn't show up to our meetings. Sometimes when I show up, I'm not even there. I mean, my body is there, but my mind isn't. But they understood. They would keep the work going. If they give me something to do and I can't complete it, they would take it and keep the work going. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to those guys. They made my life a bit easier, because if they didn't understand, it was so much for me. So shout out to you guys. It was Victor, it was Foster, and Tepang. Shout out to you guys. Oh, and Emmanuel, shout out to you guys. So yeah, fourth year of study, it was a bit difficult, a bit shaky. All I aimed for in my fourth year of study was I need to get a 50%. I need to get a 50% in every module, and I did that. I made sure, because sometimes I wouldn't even be able to study. Like, you know, you wake up, you're like, I can't do this. I can't study. Well, that passed. And I got my degree, you know. When we were waiting for results, because they have to send you an invitation to auth taking. If they don't send you an invitation, it means you failed the year, you're not gonna graduate. And now I was thinking, all these years I've been pushing to finish my degree on time, and then now I'm gonna fail my final year of study. That can happen. So a lot of people receive their invitations to oath taking, and it happened that mine was late. So I was thinking to myself, oh my, so I failed. Did I fail in fourth year? I mean, first year, second year, third year, it was so smooth. I was that type of student who never had a re-exam in my life. I never had a re-exam, you know. So I was thinking, so I failed. I had to fail in my fourth year of study. I was panicking. I remember texting my friend Karabo, if you're watching this, I texted Karabo, I'm like, I think I failed my final year because I haven't received my oath taking invitation. And she was like, no, chill, relax, the lecturers are still sending. A few people also haven't received theirs. But knowing myself that I was struggling in the final year, it was a bit difficult to relax. I concluded that I failed. I have failed myself, I have failed my family, I have failed the people who were looking up to me, because I came from a very small private school in Mpumalanga, Bad Place. So you know, it was a small community, and people know that this person, we're looking up to this person. We didn't have a lot of students that at the school, so you would know, okay, there's Tanya, we're looking up to her. Okay, there's Banbani, we're looking up to her. And I was one of those people they were looking up to, and they knew I was in my final year of study. I was so disappointed. Okay, a few hours later, I received my oath taking invitation. Oh my god! That was the best feeling in my life. I've never been so happy in my life. Like, what? I'm going to take oath. I'm officially a physiotherapist. It was the best moment of my life. I've never been so happy. I posted thing on WhatsApp. I told my parents, you know what, I made it. I made it. My parents were so happy. I told my relatives, and everyone was so happy for me. We went for oath taking. It was nice. I was wearing my cute little suit outfit. It was yellow. I love bright colors. I'm gonna put the pictures up here so you can see what I was wearing on my oath taking day, and my friends' pictures as well. And then after that we took oath. I had forgotten everything because I went through a lot. You know, when you went through a lot and finally you have that degree, cool. Oath taking was done. Now it's time to get out there and go to the world. And there was another disappointment of my life. It's like it never ends, right? People got employment, ComServe, they went wherever they went. All the classmates went wherever they went. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I was a foreign student, an international student, which means I'm not South African. I didn't get employment, I didn't get ComServe because of a lot of reasons, which I'm gonna make a video about. Until now, I never got ComServe, and life is so difficult because now you ask yourself, okay, I went to school, I struggled a lot to get this degree, and then now I have to go out into the world. I have to work and earn money and at least help my parents. It's not like my parents tell me to help them or they expect me to help them. They don't. But out of the goodness of my heart, to say thank you for what you did for me, I can't even do it until today because I didn't get ComServe. I didn't get a job. So it's so depressing because now you have to hustle and get called here and there. Like, there's a patient here and there, come see this patient here and there. It's not a job. If you don't see a patient, you don't get money. So it's just here and there. Tanya, come see this patient. So you run around, you know. I couldn't even drive, guys. I had to learn like fast. You have to learn now how to drive because they're gonna call you around. Okay, if they say come to Pretoria, there's a patient, how am I gonna get there? Come to this place, there's a patient. I have to know how to drive. So I had to learn how to drive quickly. And I guess everything has a reason for happening. That's what I believe in, and I know I'm preaching now. and God's timing is the best timing. So always, I'm gonna leave that with you guys, that be patient in life. Patience is very important, but not only be patient. While you are being patient, what are you doing in that time you're being patient? Don't just be patient and say, okay, I'm patient, I'm folding my arms and waiting. What are you doing while you're being patient? You have to be doing something while you're being patient, right? So do something productive with your life. If you ever went to school, got a degree and didn't get employment, don't stick around on that fact that I went to school, I did not get employment, I got this degree, so yeah, I only want this job that I got a degree for. Life throws challenges to you. You have to divert from the fact that you have a degree and start hustling to make a living, because that degree, if you dwell on the fact that you have a degree and you didn't get employment, you're gonna get depressed. So I had to shift from the fact that I have a degree and start hustling. Think of business ideas, think of something else, completely forget that you have that degree and start chasing money. I'm at that point, so I will leave you guys with that. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. See you in the next video.